Why have you chosen Strangers to release as your first single out of all the ones that you've got so far in your back catalogue?
That's a good question.
Good question.
Strangers, because it's probably our most, I'd say, melodic. It's one of the ones that when you hear it, it sticks in your head the most. It's very catchy and it's a nice melodic riff. And for us, the meaning of it's quite nice as well. It's probably one of our favourites to play all together, and that's why we chose this one.
What is the meaning behind it?
Down. Meaning behind it, basically, it's going through something quite dark and it's messing you up a bit, but then building yourself back up to get out of it and finding yourself again, and make yourself that you're happy in yourself.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
How many variations has this been through, this song?
Just one.
Just one?
Just the one.
Yeah.
Just the one.
Just the one.
Do you think your music fits into your local scene?
Like a thumb in a bum.
Hell no.
No, like, we're weird. We're like Hovis best of both. Or Warburton's best of both. Whatever. Prefer, there's other brands.
Warby's is the best.
Kingsmill, Fiddy.
But like we're heavy enough to play with the metal bands, but we're rocky enough to play with the rock bands. That's it.
Yeah, you just fit in the middle.
Yeah, like we get away with playing different shows and stuff like that.
Do you actually struggle to find bands that would suit a show that you would want to put on yourself?
Yeah, it's few and far between, because obviously we are hard rock, but we're on the heavier side of hard rock. You'll either get, like Sheldon said, the metal bands, or people a bit softer than us. There's no one really on a similar level, I wouldn't say, that we've found or played with yet.
Yeah, like there's obviously alt rock's like a wide genre of words to put together, and it's just hard to it's even hard to describe what we sound like as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's nice that we fit in with multiple different styles, to be honest.
we just sound like Hollow Storm.
Yeah.
So
We're
when
that band.
So when you were saying that you can do your gigs with your metal bands and your hard rock bands, do you tend to get a good reaction from both sets of fans that come and follow those
So
the
far
bands that
we
you
have
support?
done.
Yeah.
We fit in quite well. We've got quite big riffs as well, so our riffs are nice to listen to. And then I have a little bitch voice, so it stands out as well in that aspect. So people can listen to it and hear that I have a big enough range, so that stands out as well. When it comes to the metal, usually when it's metal that we're playing with, it's people who are screaming, much heavier riffs than that. Because we stand out, we seem to have got a good reaction because we stand out.
Yeah, it's like refreshing when it's been like on an all day you can see it where it's been like
Oh, what do the screamers do?
and then we get on the stage and we just big flaps of meat on stage having fun. Thank you.
Walking on there.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good reaction. Like it's weird because like I always say like I don't even like our band because I like metal. Well, we don't sound like Killswitch, so it's we do get really good reactions, and it's quite surprising sometimes, like how well we are perceived at gigs.
It's a nice feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it means we've done a good.
Done a good.
Yeah.
Who would you say you are like?
Flintstones.
Yeah. We get compared sometimes depending on the style. It's like Blackstone Cherry.
Yeah, so like people who
Oliver Trouble.
so people who are into the hard rock will get that sort of inspiration and influences coming off to them. Like,
What was the weird one we got once told we were sounding like? Was it Tesseract?
Yeah, we've had Tesseract. I don't think we sound like Tesseract.
Nothing like. Probably not vocal, I suppose.
We play in 4/4 as well, so we don't sound like Tesseract.
Hey, we have some songs.
And then we had someone the other day say that we sounded like old school Killswitch, which obviously if you listen to that, then you'll probably pick some stuff out and stuff.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
have
Depends what.
streams and that.
Yeah, so like it all depends what the person's listening to. What are you fucking looking at?
Just listening to you talk.
And then yeah, so it always depends what the person's influenced by, like what the person's listening to, what they pick out of our music, what they latch onto. And I always say like familiarity is a good way to sell music because it's hard to, as a new band, to put music to someone because they go, oh, you don't sound like this, because we've all been used to a certain sound of music
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
That's why it's in a way it's nice that we do have a lot of range for the styles that we do fit in, because you can pick up familiarities from many bands across different genres. So that's good.
Dylan?
You gonna speak?
No.
I forgot what the question was.
I forgot what the question was. Go, next question, Squire.
What was the recording process like, and did any of you struggle more than usual with this song than you have done in the past in your other bands or in this band?
I think Sheldon struggled quite a bit with this.
Painful.
Vocals for me. We actually dropped the tuning down, didn't we?
Yeah,
That's one thing
So there has been more than one variation of the track
That's what I
because
realised,
the tuning
yeah.
has changed.
Yeah, well, we'll do a little bit of backstory. So we used to be a different name of a band where we had two different songs. We had two songs out already released. And Strangers was going to be the third song to release, and at one point we were playing in drop C, and now we're in drop A sharp. We don't sound like the dank thing. So it's we found it as easy if it's a sing as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I could sing it live, couldn't I? The
Yeah.
drop C sometimes, not all the time.
But
A
you
few
weren't-
key moments.
You weren't coming
Consistent.
out. Yeah, at the end of the gig you go in my voices. So after
Yeah.
drop A, I've never even heard you say you've had the worst day ever now since, since we changed the tuning.
But now it's in this tuning. It's
It's
not.
the only thing he says.
It's not at the top of my range, so I can hit it quite nicely and
Yeah.
keep it consistent. Obviously, I do
Natural.
sometimes embellish. Yeah,
Yeah.
naturally, that's probably the best way of putting it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we struggle with, getting the natural vocal take over the top to make it sound as natural. Like everything always has a bit of auto tune on, but we was trying to go for a more natural sounding record.
And now it's much easier.
And then when did we do the drums? Drums were like done like
Well, we've been...
last 2 years ago. Or something.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time doing it. It's just we've just been wanting to make it just right for us, and
Just been tweaking it constantly, little bits here and there. and
yeah.
Changing the lead lines and...
Yeah, and then Aidan joined the band, so Aidan had his parts to do, and his vocal lines as well. So the songs evolved with the band as it's gone on, and the recording like straightforward recording really, because I did the recording, and then I edited it all, and then we sent it off to be mixed. Where did we send it to?
Still so.
Callum Benson, it still says.
Yeah, so he did a fantastic job of mixing it all,
Yeah.
and then
You mastered it.
I mastered it. So yeah, pretty much.
Straightforward.
Yeah, there was nothing
Stand out.
like. I think I play for 3 seconds on the song, and then Jack plays all my parts.
Playing it on bass is impossible. I do not know how he does it.
I can't even remember how
My
to play the
arms
song.
burn so much trying to play bass after being used to play my guitar.
So yeah, so like anything where so the tracking thing. Oh God, this story's gone on forever. Sorry about this. For all audio nerds out there, I'm not sorry. But yeah, so like, because I'm obviously tracking at the same time, I get Jack, any part where me and Jack is playing the same part, I get Jack to play it. Anything where I'm playing something different, I play it. And
That's it.
that's it.
I'll shut him up now for you. Next question.
Yeah. That was a lot of... But what's about the recording? About the bass. It's just bass.
One more before we move on to the 10 questions I've added.
Okay.
You did a gig at Halloween and you all had your amazing costumes.
Oh yeah.
I would like to know how those costumes came about.
I
Are
stole
we
Sheldon's.
talking this Halloween or
The
Halloween?
Halloween just gone.
I stole
The
Sheldon's
live
from last
stream.
year.
Live stream.
Yeah,
Halloween.
well, there's a
Right,
story.
so from camera go left to right.
Well, let's do a bit of backstory. So
There isn't any.
there is
Halloween,
no,
fancy dress,
there's
that's
a
it.
backstory. So there's a band called Exist the Fall who did a Halloween gig.
Last year.
I think
the
they've
year
done it 3
before.
times because we were on the year before, after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We've done 19 and 20, haven't we?
yeah, so they
did
did one.
20.
So they started off they've started off doing the tradition of the Halloween gigs here at Redwall, and then they all give each other costumes to wear and stuff like that. And then the second year, we joined them. Yeah, I had an inflatable dinosaur costume.
I dressed as an emo.
You
I dressed as a Jedi.
And I did King Henry VIII.
oh yeah, was that yeah.
That was the first year I did, yeah.
And then obviously this year, what's just gone, we did a live stream version of it with our friends, Death by Discourse, and we got costumes. We We just got costumes.
I stole Sheldon's dinosaur costume from the year before.
Yeah. What did you come as, Dylan?
I came as Alan from The Hangover with the baby straps on my chest and everything.
I just found the cheapest costume that would come the quickest.
And then I
Pretty much it, and it ended up being a white ninja costume.
Sheldon got our name on the map.
And then I was like, I got to go bigger than the year before. So Jack's the dinosaur. I got to get into a giant inflatable bear costume.
And played your bass
and played-
inside the costume.
I was warm in that. I was warm. Yeah, so I had to play the bass inside the costume. Good job, I'm not very good, so it's alright.
Was it hard to actually stay in like a sort of serious mindset? Because as you went into with strangers, there's actually deeper meanings in there, but you sort of turn to your right or your left and there's a bear or there's an
It
Alan.
was
So
impossible. It was impossible.
I don't think we've ever really had a serious mindset to anything.
Ah,
We are
couple
quite
of-
jokey and laughy anyway.
Literally, the
Couple
only
of times.
serious thing is the lyrics. Everything
Yeah.
else is
Yeah, it was just fun. We just
We're
had
too
fun.
happy.
like,
We're dickheads, basically.
we do this for fun. It's just as simple as
Yeah,
that.
if you're not having fun on stage and you're like, oh, it's like, I'm so serious, yeah!
I show them most of the time.
And then,
He quits every other gig.
hey, I'm the most loving
What do you mean every other gig? Every gig.
There's probably been about one where he's
That's a
not.
good point.
No, we just have fun on stage. Like, the most fun I've had is when we were throwing the t-shirts out at the Alma.
Outside.
But, like, I didn't know how much fun throwing a t-shirt at people would be really good.
Yeah.
Like, we've literally, I think we thought we had like loads left after that gig. It was like, oh, we're doing another gig. We had 2. And we was like, I'm going to throw loads out. But they were all t-shirts. And then that's it.
I think the hardest part about that was trying to fill the time. Whilst you two were throwing t-shirts out, I was just trying to make some form of noise. Just so we weren't doing it in absolute silence.
Yeah. I was shouting.
You did rather than tell me
It was me and you throwing them.
Yeah, it was a really good time.
The hardest part about that was trying to like
Not
spread it
knock a drink
out.
over.
No, like I care about knocking a drink over. It's not my drink. I was trying to throw them to people that didn't already have one. There were some people, every time you threw one, they'd
Like-
catch it and they'd like, me, I haven't got one. So you're trying to spread it out. But
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
That really wasn't the question.
I like where it went though.
Yeah, we started talking about costumes.
You were talking about was it serious looking at a bear whilst playing these music?
Yeah.
We got on the track and we followed it, alright? That's what happened.
Alright then. So who's the biggest bitch in the band?
Jack and Sheldon.
Fiddy.
Depends what it is. Jack's just a bitch.
I'm just a bitch in general.
And then
Sheldon's a bitch about everything
I'm a
else.
control freak.
Yeah.
So like,
Sheldon's a control freak, but Jack just doesn't stop moaning.
Yeah.
If something isn't Sheldon's way, then
I cry.
you know about it.
Yeah, you definitely know about it. And then I try and not make it know about it, but it still happens. I go, fine, it's fine that. It's fine.
It's obvious.
Just do it. Just do it. Do whatever
It's
you
okay.
want.
It's alright.
Fine, I quit.
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. Fine.
Who's always late?
I don't.
Yeah, probably Jack.
Well,
as well, yeah.
because I do always say as well.
Yeah, but there'd been one time where he was like 5 minutes away from here. Where I'm like,
That's a good point.
I'm 3 minutes away,
And,
and then he was
I'm
an
here,
hour.
and then he was an hour.
Yeah.
Like, it was a stone's throw away, not even a mile.
But-
And it took him 45 minutes.
I'm not often late though.
No one's. Yeah.
No one's really late, are they? Because we don't really set times.
We just turn up.
If we had a set time, then...
Maybe.
No, Dylan, actually.
No, I'm
the
normally
photo,
quite good.
the photo shoot. It was like, right, be here for 12, right? And he rocks up at
12.
12:15. No, he wasn't, because you didn't set off until 12, and you had to go to the petrol station first. So he set us off to the petrol station at 12 o'clock when we were supposed to be here.
So who complains the most?
Sheldon.
Sheldon.
There's no questions
Depends
asked.
what we're complaining about.
You complain about everything.
I complain.
Next question.
A lot, to be fair.
if it was like, if it's something to do with the band where we've not done it ourselves and I want it to be better, then I complain. If Jack just turns up and goes, I've had the worst day ever, then I go, fucking hell, Jack, you've had the worst day ever every day. How, like, your world's going to collapse at one point.
Collide with himself.
Dylan is the only one who never complains.
Dylan doesn't speak.
Yeah, Dylan's.
I mean, he's been sat at home for the last 3.5 months, so there's nothing really to complain about. Apart from being sat at home for the last 3.5 months.
I mean, I've been getting paid for it, so.
Well,
Yeah, so the easy answer is Dylan complains the least.
yeah.
Cheers, Rishi.
Who's the mother in the band?
No, I don't know. There's not much of a mum
No
thing.
one really, because we're all blokes.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It's 2021.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Well, in the aspects of being in charge, like, because obviously mum tries to look out for you, I'd say show them again.
Yeah, but I would say mothering, when you cried and punched the floor, I looked after you. So
So
but
Jack
Aiden's quite mothering as well though, because like he'll ask if everyone's alright and stuff like that. And
I'll ask if you're alright.
you don't give a fuck about you.
Exactly.
I wonder why.
But yeah, we all share the deed.
Yeah.
Like
The mother, me and Dill cuddle a fair bit.
And the cousins.
Right. What's your point?
They do it in a bit more of a cousinly way.
next question.
Before we start telling secrets.
I love how so far every one of these has ended in next question.
Because if we don't,
Move on
then we'll
quickly.
just carry on.
Who eats the most in the band?
Dylan.
For tea tonight,
Definitely.
you have a chicken wrap, a large
No, it
portion.
wasn't chicken, it was Donna.
Sorry, I've got a wrap, a portion of chips, and a pizza.
Yeah, but the wrap comes with the chips.
Oh, you could buy chips. That means nothing. You still had a dollar wrap, chips, and a pizza. I didn't say you had a dollar wrap and chips, and a pizza. You had a dollar wrap, chips, and a pizza.
It was only a small pizza.
What size pizza is it, Bill?
7-inch.
Ah!
Take that, you don't get that size.
What?
No, I only got a small one because I wasn't that hungry.
Go on, next question.
I wasn't that hungry. so I
Wasn't
got 10
that
meals.
Who does the least amount of work in the band?
That'd be also.
I think it's a mix.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a mix.
Well,
I don't know actually.
it all depends. So this is where it comes.
What do you mean work? Band work or work?
Work in general.
As in work for the band.
Who's the laziest within the band and everything you have to do? Who does the least?
I mean,
But he gets his task and he doesn't.
Yeah.
if you ask me to do something, I'll do it.
You shouldn't need to ask. That's the point. Anyway,
Oh.
carry on.
That's
We
the next
won't go
question.
into that.
Because Aiden always seems to be starting arguments. Quick, go.
Next question.
Who's the best musician out of you?
It's probably easier to say the worst.
Yeah. I mean, no, to be fair, it'd probably be me the worst musician.
No, you can play bass better than me. You can play guitar better than
I
me.
pretend.
The only thing I've got on you is singing. That's it.
I don't know,
Everyone
Sean's
has
got a
that.
beautiful voice.
Well, I'm not saying he doesn't, but mine's just beautiful.
Man's-
Jack, 100%.
Jack is the talent.
It's not even a question. He's the talent and the looks. These two are just here for a good time.
Yeah.
Next question.
I think that was the nicest answer I imagine.
Oh no, because you can't argue that.
I mean, he's got a
Who plays the most instruments? That would be me. Or who can play the most? Oh, you can play
Piano.
piano and shit, can't you? I won't say the word, but you
Special
His
fingers.
special fingers.
Phalanges.
Who's the best at pool?
Me!
Oh,
I'll take that! I'm gonna say Dillweed!
Nah, because Dylan
Nah,
has a
didn't-
lot of off games.
Doubles for Dylan is terrible.
But if I'm on my own,
It's only Dylan.
I can
Dylan
do really, really well.
I reckon Dylan's probably got the most wins out of all of us.
I'm the
I don't know, I've had some good days, mate.
I
I don't know why, but I
Aiden's
just
had these
fluke
better
it.
days than anyone.
I just fluke it, I don't know why
I think
do it.
there's a clear divide of where the good pool players are and the bad ones are, and it's down the middle.
I don't know.
Because
I don't know, I've still beat you all as well, and you all say I'm rubbish and I still beat you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I beat you all.
Fuck you for that question.
Without
Josh.
This is going to be the most argumentative one.
Josh, you're shit at pool.
Yeah, you're the worst. Next question.
That's really not fair.
But you've only had one game to prove it, so
Hey,
We're not even going to be a band anymore, we're just going to create a pool team.
technically you've got a 100% loss record.
Oh.
Regardless of how many games you played, so you're the worst.
On a Thursday, I play better, but we just don't play pool with each other on a Thursday, so it doesn't count. Honestly, it does. On Wednesday, I have a shocking game, and on Thursday, I'm like, I'm in. I don't know why. Mondays as well. Depends what day it is. Go on, next question.
I think you should do a league table where you play each
We
other
do have a
twice.
trophy, and I've won the trophy most.
Only because the trophy's never been offered whilst I've been playing.
Yeah, so
I'm sure you got the trophy once.
He's had it once.
Oh, that's
and,
fine.
That's the only time it got offered out.
then I took it back off him.
I've had it twice.
Yeah. Anyway, next question.
Go on.
Who has the worst taste in music?
Oh, it's not me. Mine's fucking mint.
It's probably going to be me.
No,
I don't think yours is that bad.
Him.
Why was it?
Why is it me?
Oasis.
One of the best bands to ever grace the earth.
I'd possibly say Sheldon, to be fair, because all he was.
All this is to his kill switch.
switch and
Do you know what? I'll
Psychosis.
give you that.
So, yeah. So I was at the worst taste. They're the best bands in the world.
I listen to everything.
Sheldon's
Aiden listens to everything.
I don't listen.
Sheldon's the most like
Narrow-minded.
narrow-minded when it comes to genres. Not so much narrow-minded, but
Narrow-minded.
he sticks to what he knows. Like he doesn't like to branch out.
Dylan listens to pop punk.
I listen to everything.
I listen
Specifically pop punk.
Lady Gaga's my favourite.
I like Lady Gaga. I shouldn't be.
Bullshit.
I love
You're
Lady Gaga.
fucking lying
I
to the
love
camera
Lady
day.
I love Lady
You have never once mentioned Lady Gaga.
Yeah, you've heard me
Not
say
to
it.
me.
Oh, yeah.
It's my guilty pleasure.
Right,
Love it. Love it.
I
Go on, next question.
That's it.